smaller than a parade because is this the jail procession? Hello everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel where I share my personal hair journey and tips, tricks, and product reviews to help you with your own. Yes, in this video we are getting into the fall empties because winter is about to go down. Did you guys know that Christmas is barely a winter holiday because it's like fall all the way up until like right before Christmas? Be blowing people's mind. But anyway, I had a sneaking suspicion for a while that my empties were getting smaller and smaller and smaller, but I didn't go back to confirm. And now this time in this video, I don't have to go look. I absolutely know that there are less products here than before. I think that that's partially because I'm just using bigger size products, which I typically don't do because as a YouTuber, you want to, do content, so you buy smaller products, or at least I do. So I think that may be why I don't have a lot to display here. But anyways, let's start off with the first products that I've used up in the fall months. Okay, so of course the season is about 3 months. So I have 3 of these TGIN vitamins. These are not my first time using these. And I know that someone did ask me over on Instagram, like, have you taken these long enough that you would actually have an opinion on them? I've taken them for a while. And I will tell you, if you are looking for hair growth, this probably isn't going to give it to you unless you are deficient in something that's in here. I mainly take them almost like someone would take a multivitamin. Literally, that's where I'm at on it. But these are very similar to Sugar Bear Hair. About $10 cheaper, a little less natural. And then, of course, you got the Black-owned element. So if you want to look at my Sugar Bear Hair video, that might be helpful for you to know. And then there's a link check video that was posted shortly after that, where I'm wearing like a red dress and a black scarf or whatever in my link check playlist, where I talk about after I had been using the Sugar Bear Hair for even longer. And I'm telling you, there really was no additional hair growth, but like I tend to eat a pretty whole foods vegan diet, so I'm getting a lot of nutrients in my food already, so there isn't really much that I need as far as supplementation, but maybe you need. See why it's so hard to like give a review of vitamins? It's just so personal. I have one itty bitty shampoo here, and this is the Function of Kayla shampoo. I did a very detailed Function of Beauty review. Like, y'all, I used all the products till they were empty, like so. And then I sat down and did the review with lots of different clips and talking about my formulation and how I felt about each product. I put a lot of work into that video. Definitely go check it out if you want to know more about Function of Beauty, and even if Function of Beauty is worth it. But yeah, this is the end of the road for the Function of Beauty products in my collection. And I meant it when I said the end of the road. This is the only conditioner that I have here for the empties. The Adwoa Beauty Deep Conditioner, I think, is what's causing me to not have a lot of other empties, and I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, so the Function of Beauty, this was the hair mask, and it got used up in this period. I just said everything about going and checking out that review, so definitely go do that. So I don't have it here to show, but I want to mention it in this particular video. The Adwoa Beauty Blue Tansy Mask, okay? I was so sure that it was going to end up in this video. Like, I looked at it before I washed my hair and I was like, okay, this has like 2 more uses in it, so I'm just going to hold it up and put it in the video anyway. I used it yesterday, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, it's got about 2 more uses in it. I've been using it for 3,000 years, and that's why there's no conditioner, no other conditioners here. So I think I am going to just be true to how these videos work, and when I finally use it, which will probably be in about 2 uses, even though the product was mainly used during the fall, it will appear in my next empties video. Child, anyways. I have a foam. This is the Unicurl Moisturizing Mousse. You guys know my whole deal with this, or maybe you don't. I accidentally purchased this because the ingredients on the website was wrong. I notified them. They changed it very quickly. I didn't want anybody else to make that mistake. They also gave me a refund that they didn't have to give me. I appreciate that. I still use the product because I already supported it. I already bought it. It's already here, so on and so forth. But this is not vegan. For my other viewers that are vegan, don't get this. Don't make the mistake I did, because the ingredients are there now. But yeah, I purchased this. I used it up. I mainly use it as a topper over my wash and goes because this is the more like moisturizing. Like, this thing will leave your hair feeling like you used leave-in. Like, that's what it feels like. So, and it does have a little bit stickiness, tackiness to it. So it does hold, but not enough to where you could like do a braid out or a bantu knot or a twist out and expect it to last for a couple of days. So like it is in my hair. It's topped over this particular wash and go. And I mean, that's really how I used it up. And kind of similar to my treatment of the, what's that, the vegan avocado mousse from Curls. That's how I like to use that. I really like that product because it smells good, it has shine, all of that kind of stuff. And so I just use this in the same way. It's time for the gel parade. It's time for the gel parade. It's time for the gel parade. What's smaller than a parade? Because is this the gel procession? Because just like I said, there was less products, y'all. There's less gel too. Yeah. So let's get into the kind of cheat here. So this is the African Pride olive oil gel, and then this one is the black castor gel from their Moisture Miracle. Is that the name of this line? Yeah, Moisture Miracle line. I did a very detailed video in which I used all 3 of these. The first one appeared in the previous Empties video, and at that time this one was halfway used. So I only used the second half of this at the beginning of this season, and then I did fully use this one in the season. This for me is a watery, more thin gel, so I tend to use a little bit more of this than I would if it was, you know, like I don't know, I'm trying to think of a thicker gel, but I can't think of one right now. But other gels that had this much product in it, 18 ounces, I would probably use less. But these bad boys are watery and they're about a level 8. Go watch the video if you want much more detail on it. So then I wanted to revisit this Curls green gel. Listen, the thing about the Curls is that I use them up, right? I get a couple wash and goes out of it, and then there's like a healthy amount, and I use that, right? And I'm thinking, okay, I did it, right? And then there's always still product. I cannot get it out. I have a every drop sponge, not sponge, but spatula. But I'm not finna come in there in the shower with a spatula and stuff. It's just not that deep. So I never can get the full amount out of these. And I always end up squeezing the bottle to hell. But I wanted to know if I liked it still. And I do. It gives a very soft, fluffy wash and go. Looks like it's several days old. So like this is where you need to go to an event the next day or the day after that, and you want your hair to look like 3-4 day hair. Now, that's this, okay? If you want a really long lasting wash and go, you're probably gonna wanna coat this with a little bit of a harder hold gel, or just skip this gel altogether. Now, of course, like I said, I used it the amount of times that I could use it, and then there was still a healthy amount of product, so then I had to cocktail it with something else. So that is this Derm Organic gel. So I had both of these on my hair at the same time. Let me tell you something about this. This stuff made my hair tangly. It made my hair feel just awful. It was difficult to manipulate my hair with this in it. It did not really clump my curls or define it. And I'm not saying this is a bad product, but it's just not for me. And it says Super Hold Styling Gel. Not on my hair. Not on my hair. I wouldn't even smooth this over hair that I had styled with something else. But the one redeeming quality is I love the scent. Oh, it's like a sweet candy, not licorice because it's more sugary than that. It smells like sweet tart or something. Oh, it smells so good. But I would never put this on my hair again. Never. And y'all know Black Friday comes up at the end of fall. And so I needed product to hold me over until I could get the purchases for Black Friday. And so yes, I did pick up Eco Styler. Okay, this is their, what's this? This is the 16 ounce one. This is the most common size that you can find at the drugstore. Y'all starting to notice the bigger ones are getting harder to find. And then even in this size, there are only certain varieties that they have in the store. Or maybe if I lived in a more urban area, we would have more variety of Ecos. But when I go to Target, Walgreens, CVS, this is the one they have in there. So I picked up Eco to tide me over. So when my husband styled my hair, this is what's in there. A cocktail of this, and then that Derm Organic is in the back, but the front part is done with Eco Styler. And Eco Styler does what it does, you know. But y'all know that I want to clean up my gels, and so Eco gots to go. And this is probably the last time you're gonna see it. I'm not gonna make no promises. Things happen, but for now, if I can control it, I'm not gonna be using gels like Eco Styler. If you love Empties videos, definitely check out the last season's Empties video, and then go over and check out that Black Friday haul to see what I'm replenishing my stash with, because this is like the opposite of the haul video. This is what comes out after I have used the products that I originally hauled, and of course that's always fun and interesting. Subscribe. I post videos every week. and I'll talk to you in the next one.